Hi, I'm Peter Kerbal, the owner of Data Science and Consultants. In this video, I'm going to go over my blog talking about the replace function in Excel. So if you're ready, let's have some data fun. So I'll post a link to my blog in the description. It is blog title is just let's have some data fun, and this series is let's have data fun with Excel, find and replace, part 2. So part 2 here, we're going to go over the replace function. To access that, you can hit Control H on your keyboard, or you can go up here to the Find and Select option and click it, and then click Replace. So in this data set we have, this is a fictional data set for orders. We know that there's some spelling errors. Specifically here, the handmade, the jewelry is spelled wrong. So we want to replace that with the correct spelling. So we'll easily just copy the cell and then open up Replace. And we want to find what? We want to find these errors and replace it with the correct spelling. So let's spell it correctly. Yeah, it looks right. So we'll replace this, and we can replace the next one. Now, if we don't know how many there are, we don't want to spend forever clicking this. We can just go replace all, and there's only one left. So that will save you time as well. If you know exactly what you want to replace, you can do that easily. Otherwise, you can do one by one if you're not sure, if it's not consistent, the spelling error or what you want to replace it with. And sometimes there's formatting changes you want to make in your data set or your spreadsheet, whatever you're working with. So for example, in this spreadsheet we have, let's click off selection. So here we have handmade and has dashes for the subcategory, but vintage doesn't. We can have vintage clothing and vintage accessories. So if we want to make these consistent with handmade, what we could do is we'll copy, actually we'll take the vintage and the space, we'll go replace, and we'll replace vintage and space with vintage and a dash space, and click replace all. And so it easily replaced 644 orders for us. So now that it can be consistent with this formatting here, which might not be necessary, but it can be very helpful if you want to make sure that it's vintage is the main category, and then subcategory accessories, and then now clothing here also is vintage dash clothing, which is just good for data integrity, making sure everything's consistent. And let's say, yeah, you didn't want that, you can easily just normal Control Z to undo, and it goes back to how it was before if you realize that that's not what you want. So if you have any questions or comments about the replace function, you can leave them in comments, and yeah, like, share, subscribe wherever you're seeing this on the different social media platforms. And you can visit my website, datascience.com, or you can contact me directly at peter.koebl@datascience.com, making complex data simple to use. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.